During a live broadcast, I was cruelly pranked. Someone took advantage of my momentary distraction and threw a corn snake onto me. Terrified beyond belief, I clutched my chest and collapsed flat onto the floor. The sudden incident threw the scene into utter chaos. Like ants whose nest had been smashed. Yet, at that precise moment, the best actor who had always remained aloof suddenly knelt before me, wrapped me in his arms, and sobbed uncontrollably. Wait a minute. Why is he acting even more intensely than me? To promote our new film, the cast and crew participated in a live variety show. The moment the broadcast started, the Macs stirred the atmosphere. They proposed opening our phones and those of other guests to reveal the nicknames we had saved for one another in our message lists. The moment those words were spoken, everyone's faces fell. We hadn't been informed about this segment during rehearsals. Moreover, the film had finished shooting 6 months ago. Who knew if someone had quietly deleted another's contact? Most importantly, whose phone belonged to whom was beyond my knowledge, but my phone was certainly not something anyone could just look through at will. I honestly thought I might just die right then and there, but who cared about my fate? I stole a glance at Shenzhou and John Tierney, the film's male and female leads, especially Shenzhou, who had won the Best Actor title 2 years ago. Judging by their expressions, both seemed calm. Whether that was because of excellent acting skills or because they genuinely had nothing to hide, I could not tell. This stunt by the show's producers had definitely struck a nerve with the audience's curiosity. Within less than 10 minutes after going live, the viewers soared into the millions, and the comment section exploded. Brother Shen has had zero scandals over the years, focusing solely on acting and respecting colleagues. I bet he saved all contacts under their real names. Look at John Tierney's calmness. They must have known in advance. Oh please, have you never watched this show before? If they knew, they would have acted stunningly by now. The calmer, the more suspicious. Did you see that? The actress sitting on the very edge was grinding her teeth. Lol, now I really want to peek at her phone. Let's start with her phone, please. Wow, that's so cruel. As the audience cheered, our phones were brought up. The rule was that the mic would randomly pick a phone, but I clearly remembered that the producers had collected our phones before filming started. There was no way they didn't know whose phone was whose. Naturally, Shenzhou and John Tierney's phones would probably be kept till the very end. The supporting male actor was Lu Mian, a young actor currently very popular with a massive fan base. The producers had to keep some secrets. Eliminating those three, only I and a tertiary female actress remained. We exchanged looks, recognizing the same thoughts in each other's eyes. I stared hard at my phone, silently wishing it were smart enough to explode right then and there. But wishful thinking remains just that empty. She picked up my phone first. After double and triple checking with me, the mic turned to the audience and announced, "Alright, next we'll start with Bevan's phone." The moment the phone unlocked, even the wallpaper alone stirred the entire studio into an uproar. It was half a body shot of an extremely handsome man shirtless, his sculpted 8-pack ABS slender waist and toned chest fully on display. Fortunately, the face was out of frame, so nobody knew who it was. The mic forced to laugh. 2 words, never guessed you liked this. But I had no mood to laugh because what came next was the real bombshell. Upon seeing the names saved in my contacts, MC she froze briefly but had to read them aloud live. Shenzhou, the man I couldn't flirt with. Zhang Diarnu, wow, the most beautiful king. Lu Mian, bastard Yang Zhao, better at acting. And a close co-star from filming, saved as future best actress. The studio was about to explode from excitement. Me, the main character of this story, huddled under the table, covering my head, too scared to look at anyone on stage or to imagine just how awful the comments would be. Ha 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 ha, is this a contact list or a roast? Fabian is really something. The others aside, what's with Lumian, and why is the Yan Zhao is good? The expressions of the stage guests were indescribable. Haha, do you think Fabian is being anointed? The producers are playing big. If they dare crown her, we should call for a boycott. Exactly. This is personal privacy. Even a small-time actress like me has stirred up a controversy. The producers, fearing backlash, quickly clarified, "This is just a prank game. We never intended to disclose personal information." The show then moved on to another game. At this point, I was fuming, ready to explode. What's so weird about this? Don't we small actors deserve privacy too? Why only my phone? I stood up to protest, only to realize my microphone had been turned off. Clearly, no one spoke up for me, and I received some unfriendly looks. Everyone quickly regained composure and joined the new game. This time, the producers wanted to test our courage, asking guests to draw lots from a spooky box. The box contained various mysterious creatures. Failure meant harsher penalties. Everyone knew, though, that no matter how scary the contents were, they posed no real danger. It was just human nature to fear the unknown. Jean Diarny was a prime example. She fumbled in a box for a long time, touched something, then screamed sharply and shouted for help. When the maid helped her pull her hand out, Jean Diarny was so terrified she began sobbing. Her fans were heartbroken to see their goddess like that. What on earth was inside that box to scare her so? The producers, desperate for viewer numbers and engagement, kept pushing without limits. I strongly wished for this show to be cancelled, but when the box was opened and loachfish were exposed, Jean Diarny's fans went silent. Next was Lu Mian's turn. He remained indifferent throughout, but when he put his hand out, it wasn't a card, it was a live corn snake. The cowardly girls in the audience shrieked. Whether intentional revenge or accident, upon spotting the corn snake, Lu Mian immediately threw it toward me. By some act of fate, it landed on my neck. The chilling sensation crawling over my skin sent goosebumps all over. "Ow, snake!" My face turned as white as a sheet clutching my chest. My expression twisted into one of pain, and then collapsed unconscious onto the ground. The maid froze in fright, forgetting to react. Even crew members forgot to end the live read. The online audience watching the live read couldn't sit still. Oh my god, they really went big. This doesn't look staged. Is the event actually scared to death? Anyone who understands knows people terrified of snakes get that shocked even if the snake isn't venomous. What's going on? Why isn't anyone helping? She's dying. Hurry. Shenzhou rushed over. About a minute after I collapsed, someone embraced me. Soon I heard Shenzhou's voice. "Van, wake up. I won't allow anything to happen to you. Are you joking with us? I have so much to tell you. Get up. How will you know if you don't try?" Honestly, I wasn't that hard to flirt with. It seemed Shenzhou was crying. I pushed his head and asked, puzzled, seriously? Why is he acting even more deeply than me? My first thought was he must be seizing the chance to build a good guy image. I was still wondering why he said those words when I noticed his microphone had been muted the whole time. In other words, only I could hear him. You're right. Even if he tried third now, I wouldn't wake up. Under the guise of filming, this malicious prank was planned. Whoever cooked it up that day, or even Lu Mian himself, wouldn't get away easily. In the chaos, I was whisked away by ambulance. At the hospital, after a thorough checkup, all test results returned normal. The doctor diagnosed shock and advised monitoring as I recovered consciousness. After the doctor left, my manager, Lan, slapped my face twice sharply. "No one's here. Stop acting already." I lay still, as if nothing had happened, but Lan's next words almost made me jump out of bed. "Van, you're trending on Hot Search right now." "What are you talking about?" I asked. Lan tossed her phone at me. "See for yourself, dozens of hot searches, and every single one has your name." I opened the phone. Sure enough, every headline featured me. Then Van faints after snake scare. Van Van's contact name. Does Van like Shenzhou? Why does Van know Luiwan's bedroom skills? Show producers and Luiwan owe Van an apology. Many netizens commented, "Too much gossip, don't know where to start." Arguments even broke out in comments. Lumian deliberately targeted Van, right? Clearly it wasn't Van trying to ride on my boyfriend's fame, but storing confusing connect names. I'm a John Diarny fan. Is it decent for Van to badmouth others behind their backs? People save contacts however they want. Don't blame the show, the biggest victim is Van. Learn from my man Shenzhou. He was the first to rush over to help. I thought clearly. Your man wasn't helping but overkidding. They didn't understand the truth sometimes. I didn't even understand Shenzhou's odd behavior myself. I admitted I was a bit possessive of Shenzhou's good looks. Even my wallpaper was a photo of him. But that was taken before his fame. He probably didn't even remember it. I asked Lan, "What should I do now?" She sat beside me, sighed. "All we can do is wait and see. Even negative fans are better than no recognition after years of acting." The incident spread widely online within one night. Everyone knew me. The producers publicly apologized due to pressure. Lu Mian quickly followed suit, arrogantly bringing a heap of gifts to visit me in the hospital. Then it was just the two of us in the ward. Lu Mian glared as he questioned me. Why haven't you deleted my number on WeChat? I shrugged. Why should I delete it if it's not a mistake? Why did you save it like that? Oh, that's because your cheating girlfriend told me. She said you're skilled in bed. People like me don't deserve the pleasure, so I casually renamed it. An idea struck me. And I asked, so you deleted my number already? Deleted? Why would I? Afraid seeing it would remind me? Luckily, I don't have that kind of feelings. Lu Mian got so mad he said bluntly, you really have no shame, but you're still far below me. He sneered, still that sharp tone. No wonder no one wants you. Could you please leave, Mel? I wasn't polite anymore. I grabbed the broom from the corner and chased him off. Only then did Lu Mian remember his purpose. He pointed a finger at me. Furious, Thevan, you'd better know your place. You've offended everyone who'd want to work with you anymore. Explain that clearly. What did I do to offend everyone? The game was their idea. The snake was your throw. Can't I ask for a little justice? But you're obviously not afraid of snakes. If I spread news that you once kept a corn snake, everyone would see you as fake. I covered my mouth, feigning fear. Lu Mian, mistaking me for really scared, became even more arrogant. Anyway, I don't care about anything else. Right now, you're causing a huge scandal for me. What scandal? I blinked innocently. Your bedroom skills aren't great. Look at your angry face. 8 out of 10 times. I'm spot on, right? Also, have you any proof you're not afraid of corn snakes? Want everyone to know we dated? Otherwise, it's slander. Lu Mian was speechless but powerless against my comeback. I could only leave with some bitter words. I must really be famous now. Topics about me constantly dominate online trends. Moreover, evidence emerged showing my wallpaper. The photo of Shenzhou clearly matched a mole in the same spot on both our hips. Combined with the contact name I saved for Shenzhou, everyone online went wild with theories about me pursuing him. Why does this feel kind of sweet? What sweetness? Watch out, Van. Stay away from my man. My Shenzhou just wants to focus on acting, no plans to date anyone. Hope some actresses have self-respect. I've never seen an artist as pathetic as you in our company. I reported to Lan. Now I'm like a desperate simper with unrequited love. No wonder his fans bash me. Lan didn't care and just handed me a stack of documents. Look at these. A new variety show got fast-tracked already? I was skeptical last year. I hadn't gotten many invitations except at Van. We're finally turning around. Lan smiled. Just as I was about to reply, my phone dinged. I almost threw it in shock. Lan looked at me, puzzled. I quickly flipped the phone face down. This can't be seen casually. Finally, I hid in the bathroom and bravely opened it. Shenzhou had sent me a batch of selfies, flexing his abs, all hot to the point of burning my eyes. I sent him a string of question marks. He quickly replied, phone wallpaper tutorial incoming. I've lived a good life. This is what I deserve. As my mouth watered, I suddenly snapped back to reality. No way. I have to preserve my reputation as a lady. So I replied, I never knew the guy in the photo was you. After a pause, Shenzhou wrote back, Van, actually, I have many things I want to tell you. Can we meet and talk? But tomorrow I have to start filming a new variety show. Alright. Tomorrow then, I replied curtly. The next day, I finally understood the true meaning behind Shenzhou's see you tomorrow. The live show I joined was a reality program featuring daily life. The filming location was a picturesque countryside. Guests were instructed not to seek outside help, relying on their own labor to earn daily necessities. Filming lasted 7 days to guarantee authenticity. During this time, guests were cut off from outside contact. After completing the tasks, the show would donate 5 million yuan worth of books and school supplies to mountain children on behalf of the guests. When I arrived dragging my suitcase, I was surprised to see familiar faces Shenzhou, Zhang Tiarnu, and Lu Mian. Fate was really cruel. The director knew how to stir up trouble. As soon as we got off the vehicle, Zhang Tiarnu hurried over to greet Shenzhou warmly. Their relationship had always been cordial, collaborating several times during film promotions. The producers initially planned to push their rumored on-screen romance, but later dropped the idea. Lu Mian remained the same as ever, jealous of me because some anti-fans had nicknamed him Bedroom Guy. With eyes bloodshot from sleep deprivation, he glared at me despite the cameras nearby and couldn't help but grin. Van, do you know why I joined the show? I shot back. Isn't it to donate money for mountain kids? He leaned close, gritting his teeth. No, I came because I knew you'd be here. I smiled. Oh, so you still have feelings for me. Lumien's face turned as if he'd swallowed a darning needle. Can't believe you're that shameless. People like you deserve to be dumped by me. Also, just wait, I'll definitely make your life miserable. So you're here to take revenge. I'm provoking you. Oh, I'm so scared. Whether I'm hunting prey or getting beaten up, we'll see. At that, Shanzu glanced my way, I grinned and greeted him. Looks like I needed an ally. Led by production staff, we went to our accommodations. Due to limited space, John Tiarno and I shared a room. The producers gave us time to unpack. As the camera crew stepped outside, John Tiarno immediately turned hostile. Van, I haven't settled the score from last time. I was speechless. Says, think carefully, I was the victim here. John Tiarno sneered. Lay people might not get it, but your move was clever and achieved your goal, so stop pretending to be innocent. Did you know the rules beforehand, or did you tell Laman to throw the snake at me? Her face flashed with unease momentarily. Then she snapped, but you've ruined my image. That's undeniable. Don't you remember how hard filming on set was for me? Everyone sided with me just because I'm more famous. Can't I vent when I get home? Also, I praised you as beautiful. Your image surely isn't damaged that easily. Focus on acting well, keep your feathers tidy, and stay popular. She pressed her lips, saying no more. However, in a hidden corner unknown to us, secret cameras have been installed long ago. Everything happening here was live-streamed to a vast audience. Haha, I love the event's personality. Just a few words stopped the female feud. Truly worthy of the green tea title. Celebrities can be so different on and off camera. Can't wait for drama. Was this show not live before? Newbie, it's live because viewers demanded it. Exactly, after watching, if you can help children in the mountains. Donate via the donate button at the top right. After unpacking, we headed straight to a cornfield. Our task, pick enough corn to earn lunch. The director split us into two teams. John Tiarno instinctively looked at Shenzu, unexpectedly. Shenzu said to me, let's be on the same team. Sure, I agreed comfortably. So John Tiarno had to choose Lu Mian. Wearing protective gloves and holding a bamboo basket, Shenzu and I entered the cornfield. The corn stalks were shoulder height, making filming difficult, so the cameraman waited outside. I quickly snapped corn, surprising Shenzu. Have you done this before? Yeah, for me this isn't filming. It's intense childhood memories. Skip dinner if you didn't meet the quota? Yeah, life was tough back then. I wasn't sure if it was my imagination, but I sensed some regret in Shenzu's voice. I smiled as if nothing was wrong. I didn't know what a good life was back then, so it wasn't hard at all. Actually, Shenzu and I weren't very close. While filming before, I found him nice, at least better than others, always defending John Tiarno. Once, when I had a high fever but still had to shoot, he gave me fever medicine and personally requested leave for me. From that moment, I secretly liked him. But I knew the gap between us was huge, so I kept myself as a fan. Little did I know, the rehearsal had exposed all my dark thoughts. While talking and picking corn with Shenzu, we didn't realize someone had stolen our harvest. Definitely that despicable Lu Mian. I was fuming, lazy, stealing others' work. I almost forgot that was his nature. Back then, when Lu Mian and I started dating, he wanted to enter showbiz. I begged the director I knew to give him a role. The movie unexpectedly blew up. All cast became famous quickly. Then Lu Mian cheated on me, dating a rich girl and advancing in the industry. That's when I realized I was just a stepping stone for him. Online viewers watching clips were equally furious. Turns out the outside filming was a setup, tiny hidden cameras in the cornfield all along. Comments flooded with accusatory words against Lu Mian, wondering why Van and Shenzu were talking and didn't notice the missing corn. Who would have thought Lu Mian was this rotten, so despicable, able-bodied and yet so shady? I regret liking him. So Van and Shenzu starved? Sorry, first time on my turf and already starved. Shenzu blamed himself. I didn't pay much attention, it's just one missed meal. I acted fine but was thinking of getting the corn back to deal with scum like Lu Mian. Only shamelessness can beat shamelessness. Shensu and I quietly crossed the field to where Lumian and Zhang Tian were. They sat on the ground, laughing right in front of our hard-earned baskets. Shensu was furious, wanting to confront them, but I stopped him. If we can steal the corn back before the deadline, no need to starve. What's your plan? I'll imitate Wolf House with high authenticity. You want to scare them off? I nodded, but need your help. We split tasks from a vantage point. Using my two wolf howls, Chongyarna nervously asked Lumian, "Did you hear that?" Lumian motioned silently. I howled twice more. Then Shensu from afar shouted, "Wolf, run, Thivan." The corn shook violently. Chongyarna, cowardly and weak, bolted immediately. Better to skip a meal than lose your life. Lumian hurriedly chased her. 20 minutes later, Shensu and I dragged our corn baskets out. The director announced, "Zhang Tiarnu and Lumian have abandoned the task." They said no more. "Oh, they'll join the afternoon sweet potato digging." Shensu and I exchanged looks, silent. Comments we couldn't see denounced Zhang Tiarnu and Lumian. It was just a conflict over benefits, but when I think back, chills run down my spine. Both saw the wolves but said nothing. How cruel. Worried about Taiwan and Shenzhou in next episodes. Watch out for those fake snakes. Probably the most authentic reality show I've ever seen. Extra points to the director. We used our corn to exchange for a hearty meal. Returning for lunch rest, John Tiarno was already asleep. At 3 p.m., alarm rang. I went downstairs to pick up 2 hoes for sweet potato digging. But John Tiarno suddenly requested to switch teams. "Director, I don't want to team with Lumian anymore." Director refused at first but relented, considering their missed lunch. I didn't want to be with Lumian either, so I told John Tiarno, "Then team with me. I dig super fast tonight, you'll eat well." John Tiarno glared, dropping all pretense. "I want to be with Shenzo. There's a saying men and women working together aren't tiring." "Don't tease me," I laughed. "What do you mean?" She thought I was mocking and frowned. I quickly explained, "I just don't agree with that. You'll see it's more complicated than they think." Sweet potatoes are buried. Hoes heavy. Shortly after digging, John the artist's palms blistered. She threw the hoe, crying and asking staff for medicine. Shenzu's palms also blistered, but he never complained. Lu Mihan sat lazily, maybe from hunger. Just picking sweet potato vines. We only exchanged a little food that night. John the artist was ravenous, finished her portion in a flash. I predicted this. After trading with Lumian, I split my food evenly. Lumian thought I wasn't eating. "If you don't eat, give it to me," I said. "Who said I'm not it?" I took a clean bowl, shared half my food, and gave it to Shenzhou. He looked at me, his beautiful phoenix eyes sparkled. I said, "Look, Thivan likes Shenzhou, such a sweet couple." After today, my view of Thivan changed. If she ends up with Shenzhou, I'm all for it. Over the next days, Lumian suddenly became obedient. Though still lazy, he didn't skip weeding. But on day 6, the producers asked us to pick mushrooms on a mountain. No team tasks, just individual. The sun blazed. Chantiarna was fully covered except for her eyes. She stepped up to me, lowering her voice. "Flavan, this time I will definitely win." I gave her a thumbs up. "Brave. Just wait." She turned and left. On the way, Shenzu whispered a reminder. "Be careful alone. Don't go too far from the crew." Understood. When we arrived, Lumiam threatened to play me to death. I won't give up easily, just being hungry once. The mountain path rugged. The cameraman following me was burly but soon panting. Deeper in, trees thick and mist appeared. Picking mushrooms is lucky full basket or empty-handed. I carefully looked among roots, relying on past experience. Maybe too focused. After filling a basket, I noticed the cameraman had fainted. I distinctly remember he had followed me. I grew alert, scanning my surroundings. Luckily, besides birdsong, nothing unusual. To be safe, I decided to go back. Just a few steps, I heard a shout. Sounds like John the Arnu. After hesitation, I followed the voice. "Help me. Someone help. It hurts. I can't walk." Through thick bushes, I saw John the Arnu in the distance. But instead of rushing up, I stopped and asked, "What's wrong?" John the Arnu turned toward me like seeing a savior, excitable. "Favan, help me. I'm trapped." Branches blocked the view of her legs. Her voice was strong, not like someone injured. Seeing me immobile, she urged, "Favan, why are you standing there? Hurry, I'm hurt." By now, you've probably forgotten I slapped you twice on set. You're so quick. I lifted an eyebrow. But you're clearly faking. You're not hurt, are you? What do you really want? Seeing through her plan. She pouted. Nothing. Just bored. Wanted to play with you a bit. Suddenly, someone shoved me from behind. I lost balance and fell forward. Ahead was a deep pit, covered by branches. It was hard to see. I fell straight down, hit my head dizzy. Vision swirling. Then I heard Lumian's fake voice. Ah, Fei Van, are you okay? How careless. I knew an ambush was set, but I hadn't expected John Tierno and Lumian to team up. This scheming couple old habits die hard. After a while, I regained my senses and looked around. The pit was 3 to 4 meters deep, impossible to climb out alone. Lumian, are you crazy? I sneered atop the pit edge, arrogant. You've been improving these days, but you're caught by me eventually, like before. I tried to keep calm. What do you want? Revenge, of course, I scoffed. Where do you find the guts? You cheated first, then sabotaged me multiple times. If I can't eat, I'll kick over the table. Thinking about something, he pointed angrily. Don't think I don't know about the wolf howls. It was your trick. Right? I've never been so embarrassed. Guess you're not that dumb. I looked at John Tiering. And you? What grudge is so intense you'd scheme against me like this? She stared back. Fei Van, do you know how I saved Shenzhou in my phone? Asked dear husband. Don't you get it now? If not for you, everyone would know I love Shenzhou. Fans would have shipped us. What are you, a fly? I've liked him for 8 years. You don't compare. I replied, compared to your shamelessness, I think I'm still better. Poisonous words, sharp tongue after 2 days here. You'll obey me. Lumian impatiently urged, enough talk. Go over there. I must cover the scene. Hearing that, I panicked. Lumian, you wouldn't dare. If he covered the pit, even if I screamed, no one would hear. Rescuers would be hopelessly lost. No food, no water here. At night, cold would make surviving 2 days nearly impossible. Why wouldn't I? Right, I have a special gift for you later. Lumian quickly covered the pit with branches, leaving only a narrow opening. Then a sinister smile appeared. I saw him reach toward my pants. Terrified, I shouted, you bastard, what are you doing? Lumian chuckled darkly. I've been holding back for a long time. Cut me some slack. He clearly intended to humiliate me. I covered my eyes, curled up in a corner, too scared to look. You wouldn't let me before, so now I'll have my fun. He started unbuckling. Then a groan ran out. I opened my eyes to see Shenzhou punching Lumian. Disgraceful bastard. Shenzhou's eyes bloodshot, fists flying. Lumian cried out miserably. Meanwhile, live stream comments erupted. Oh, what a rapid plot twist. Help me, Sir Judges. Who watches that stale gossip acting so righteous on stage? But backstage like a street thug. Poor Fei Van cheated on and abused multiple times. What a difference. Shenzhou pounded harder. Keep going. Don't hold back against this trash. We can't let him run wild. Yes, award Shenzhou a bravery medal for saving her. Immoral stars like Lumian and Zhang Tianyu must be blacklisted, otherwise it's our responsibility. Shenzhou was pulled away by staff. Lumian's face was bloody. He gasped for air. After being set down, I climbed out, but was immediately embraced. Shenzhou's trembling voice, sorry, I'm late. I shook my head. I didn't want to say anything. At this point, filming was surely over. Lumian was sent to the hospital. We packed and left. It turned out the entire show had been broadcast live. In fact, 3 days ago Shenzhou and I had discovered the hidden camera on a tree. We didn't expose it then, but were already aware of the cause. Jean Tierno collapsed on the spot upon hearing, wanting to cause a scene, but realized her agency was aware and had signed confidentiality contracts. For show quality, the artists were kept in the dark. It serves them right for blindly trusting their artists. They had hoped this show would serve as a public relations cleanse to build a good image, but ultimately failed in one word: humanity. Before leaving, John Tiarno announced she'd sue the show's producers. She didn't know what awaited her, and Lumian blacklist orders and numerous contract breaches. But before leaving, I saw the executive director. Don't give me my payment. Donate it all to the mountain children. Shenzhou nodded approvingly, then said, same here. With generosity from sponsors and society, our donations reached a total of 20 million yuan in books and supplies for poor children across rural mountains. On the way back, Shensu chose to ride with me. He asked, "Have you looked at your phone yet?" I nodded. "Yeah, now netizens are all blessing us. What's there to worry about?" Feigning innocence. Worry about what? He suddenly shifted seats to sit beside me. Leaning close, he said, "I wasn't really that bad at flirting. Want to see for yourself?" There he went again. "Why?" I asked. "So you believed me that day." I realized I'd revealed a bit of my inner thoughts. I quickly argued, "All right. I admit I faked it then, but you should have rescued me first, curb or something real. Why say all those cheesy lines?" His tone was slightly hurt, but when he hugged me, seeing my lashes fluttering, he seized the moment to say what he hadn't dared before. "Say then, actually, I've liked you for a long time." I was shocked, looked up and saw Shenzu's unprecedented sincerity. Somehow, my face flushed. "Why didn't you say so earlier?" He explained, "When filming that movie, he overheard my argument with Lu Mian and saw me crying. He thought I still liked Lu Mian, and he checked my contact list. Actually, Lu Mian and I had broken up but had to face each other for work, and he occasionally showed affection to his new girlfriend in front of me to provoke me. That time I cried because they both insulted me." I was tongue-tied and sad, so I trained myself to argue, determined to annoy Lu Mian every time. Lu Mian's face drained. Shen suddenly asked me, "Do you know what I saved your name as?" "What?" "Future wife." That was so sappy. I held back laughter. "Who knows if you secretly changed it later?" He immediately screenshot and opened Weibo. He posted, "This is my future wife," clearly and decisively. I punched him. He didn't ask for permission. Seizing the chance, Shenzu grabbed my hand and laughed. "You're being a little rash, right? That wallpaper just now, your phone wallpaper, is my photo, huh?" Then he suddenly poked me close to test how stubborn I was. What followed was a passionate kiss. My mind exploded. 3 minutes later, I recalled. We're on the car. I hastily pushed him away but found I lacked strength. Couldn't push him at all. Others were in the car. Shenzu remained calm. Finally, no choice, I bit his lip hard. He let go. In his eyes still lingered restless fire. He huffed. "Not enough." I blushed, coughing nervously. "There are others here, so anywhere alone is fine, right?" "Shenzo, could you be a little serious?" "Too serious. You can't win the wife."